Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Let's meet the starting 11 on defense for San Francisco. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll go on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A look now at the lineup defensively here for Seattle. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To throw is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you, there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Fielded at the 20. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They'll look to run with Freeman. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. Gould now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me, and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo on the move to his left. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Finds a seam inside the 40. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And finally taken down at the 34. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Play action. Garoppolo flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On play action, now Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Wilson on second down. Harris has it over the middle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Again, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now Wilson on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, now he bowls him over. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Wilson will throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start out west in the City of Angels, with Arizona in town for an NFC West matchup. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll move from SoCal to NorCal as we head up to check on the Raiders at home in Oakland. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get over to Carson, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at the StubHub Center. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. His guys are out in front as we send you back up to the Pacific Northwest, where we rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Yeah, has that changed?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Wilson got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Wilson now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here's Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 100 year on the heels of 129 the season before. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He's going to fire one deep left, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Oh, the Seahawks come after it, and they block it. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back. On
2nd down, Wilson. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. To throw is Wilson. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's got his man on the comebacker. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
White. 180. 180. White.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra fin on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's Wilson. And it's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return. And
what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Throwing now is Wilson. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth-quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
They'll look to throw. What a catch on the sideline. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blank.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And this one is right down the middle. And that draws them level. It's 23-23. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now Garoppolo They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for San Francisco, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.